A robot just ran a half marathon faster than any human in history.
Was it a Nigerian robot? Chords mean. It's time for This is the Show.
Hello.
My name is Matthew Porter. Hello, and this is...
Hi, I'm Jeremy Birdsall.
Hola, Jeremy. How are you, man?
I'm doing okay, buddy.
Jeremy, we have to start a fight. Not with each other. Not with each other.
Dang it. There goes my afternoon.
Listen, best way to win a fight is avoid it. I mean, okay. You would kick my behind. No, we need to start a fight with another podcast.
Ooh.
I've studied the internets. Yeah, we have to have a beef. We've got to...
You've studied the complete and total volume of the internet?
Yes, Internet Volume 1.
Wow. Okay. I'm first of all, I'm impressed. But, carry on.
It was a long weekend. But I took it all in, and yes. And that's how we get a following. This is how we get people talking, is we've got to talk smack about some other thing, and they're like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and then we just have this East Coast, West Coast, Bloods, Crips, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, we gotta. So we gotta. I don't know who it is, but we gotta pick a fight with somebody. Maybe
Joe Rogan,
R.C. Sproul, or I don't know, somebody. Ideally, somebody who can't punch back really well.
Oh well, that's. I mean, that's a good point.
And I don't want to have an honorable fight. I want to win. So yeah, we gotta pick somebody. A troll. If anybody wants to raise their hand to be, and every time we post a show, they're like, "This show sucks." Blah, blah, blah. Like,
oh man,
we need that guy. And it's a guy.
It is a guy.
It's a guy.
I bet my nephew Seth would do it. Seth, I'm calling you out right now.
All right,
troll us, please.
Every time we go live, it's like these guys are blah blah blah. And then I read it, I'm like, Mom, what?
Exactly, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
How you doing, man?
Oh man, well, it's if it's not one thing, it's your mother.
Yeah, that's right. That's what the Freudians would say.
That's true. So, just as a follow-up from last week, my father-in-law is still in the hospital.
Okay. But no worse? Or?
No, he's no worse.
Okay.
He's doing a little better. He's walking around now, and he's eating solid food, which is a tremendous improvement. It's good. He's talking to the nurses and the doctors, and that's all going the right way.
Okay.
He's not quite 100%. He's not in a place where the family are comfortable saying, let's go home and handle this.
Yeah.
But he's close. He's getting there. So we're kind of hoping for, first of all, they really want to discharge him.
Yeah.
Because they're done with us. And we're like,
he got all the nurses' numbers. It's like, we should just, let's go.
Yeah. You want to go
Cindy over here. I got
go to Fridays
Felicia.
For wings later. And yes, exactly. So we want to be done. They want us to be done, but we kind of want him to be able to go to inpatient rehab because he's showing a lot of improvement. But the benefit of that versus just say going home would be he had a major cardiac event not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And if you look at what they call the standard of care is after a cardiac event, you kind of have regular access to a cardiac guy who's making sure you're okay for like 90 days.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of hoping he can do like a rehab thing for at least a little bit. So he's learning stuff, getting stronger like Rocky, but under cardiac supervision while he's doing that.
Okay.
Right? Because just imagine, you're doing your workout and like, I'm pushing myself. I'm getting stronger. Who's watching your heart rate?
Oh, no.
You know that thing that just yeah, right. It's kind of like, oh, yeah, that seems important. Right. So anyways, we're working on that. And my wife is working very, very diligently to advocate for her father to say, this is the care that he needs.
Your new full-time job is,
hey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pills were blue last time. Now they're yellow. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. You
got
to be that person.
Which is really surprising. It's like these are professionals, and I don't think most of it, is incompetence. I think it's just on some level, they're busy. They got a lot of patients they're trying to help. And then the other one is, at some point, it is capitalism, and it does come down to money, and that's kind of annoying. But here we are. So yeah, advocating for the patient is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Hashtag pray for Ray.
Wow.
Huh?
Oh, I like that.
Let's go. Let's
Pray
go.
for Ray. That's actually great.
I'm writing.
Right?
This down.
Yes,
This is
writing that
great.
down.
This
Yep.
is great. Your wife's so smart with marketing and stuff. I would not be surprised if she landed on that one eventually.
You know what? Yeah, actually.
Can we hire her to promote this show? We should get her. I don't know if we can afford her, but she's so smart with these things.
Well, it's funny because she has that kind of mindset of she's really good at a thing when she applies herself to it, and then people start asking, and her typical response is, I don't want to do that for anybody else. I want to do that for what I'm passionate about.
I know she's busy taking care of her father, but if we could get maybe half of that time that she's putting into that, it's terrible.
Well, my argument would be, I'm part of this show. I think I'm at least 50% of it. Wouldn't that count as, one flesh?
Yes, exactly.
Anyways,
it certainly should be part of the sales pitch.
Let me say it like this. I think she's waiting to see if we get any traction.
I respect that even more somehow.
I know, she's like, yeah. You do your thing.
I don't want to bet on the wrong horse. What else is popping, dude?
Oh, man.
A lot to talk about.
Yeah, there is. There really is.
Yeah.
Gosh. So I wanted to talk to you about some AI stuff. And honestly, there's just so much I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
There was a robot that competed in a half marathon. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see what time it is. What did he pull? Half marathon, 13-ish.
A robot just ran a half marathon faster than any human in history. On Earth.
Was it a Nigerian robot? If so, not fair. Not fair.
What is wrong with you?
We should have seen that coming.
I mean, obviously. Let's just say.
They're good runners.
Honor's Lightning robot finished Beijing's half marathon in 50 minutes, 26 seconds. The human world record is 57:20. It ran fully autonomously past 12,000 human runners. So it actually competed with people's.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. I don't know. If I'm in that crowd and I'm in the top couple and I see a robot coming up, I'd be like,
100.
I mean, we pass each other on the corner. Maybe somebody gets bumped. These things happen. Take that, robot.
Well, on that subject, I'm sure you've seen all the work they've done on balance and stuff. That just made me think of, back in the 80s, because, we're of a certain age, as we've discussed. Late 80s, I'm, a tween. I'm like, 13, 14 years old, something like that. And my friends from church youth group, we all decided we're going to go roller skating. And, we're all gangly children who suck at roller skating, except there's one kid who grew up playing hockey in Minnesota.
Okay.
And he's on rollerblades. And
Ronnie.
yeah. And he was a sweet kid. He was fun. But his whole thing was he's skating backwards and he's like, push me. Just try. And so we're all like, all the guys are like, heck yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're just, and it's like, this kid not only was built for this, but has been doing this kind of activity.
Is he doing full contact roller skating? I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was so great. But the point is, I couldn't push him down. I couldn't mess with his balance.
Wow.
And it just makes me think of looking at these robots that the basketball one doesn't have feet. It's got wheels. And so it's kind of rocking around like this. And they're trying to shove him over. You can't do it.
That's the one that reminds me of when they've got the robot who's shooting a target and they shove him and they kick him and they'll knock him down. He gets up or I'm like, man, you're picking on a robot that has a live fire weapon.
Yeah.
There's going to be a point where this is where my software evolves and I just go, oh, wait, I know how to avoid this. Pop, 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 pop. Oh.
What is the quickest solution? Oh,
No more bullying.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Here's my anti-bullying message to you, fool.
You've got to see that coming, man. Don't pick on the robot that's holding 45.
Agreed. Let's see. What else is newsworthy this week? Did you hear about Claude Mythos?
Yeah, but what's that about? So they uncovered a new AI that's so potent it can't be shared with us mere mortals.
So yeah, and I did a little bit of research, and some people are saying, well, obviously this is number one, just great marketing.
Marketing. I know.
They're just being
We're so cynical now. I get it.
I know. Yeah, it's like if you heard about it, then they allowed you to hear about it. But also, they're basically saying we're doing tests on this new thing, and it's so bad, we can't let it out the room. Because if anyone, like we discussed even last week, if we let anyone, this gets in the wrong hands. Oh, it's just but this just gets me on my one little conspiracy hat. It's not even conspiracy. It's just the state of the world. Is quantum computing.
Yes.
Are you familiar with quantum?
But go.
Yeah. Is that it's I think that's the idea of Mythos is when you're computing so many different things all at once. Eventually, you're going to get into my bank password.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to get into everybody's everything. Oh, yeah, you got NORAD, too. Also, you got NASA. Oh, shoot, now you got the Air Force. You got the power grid, whatever. Anything you want, you can get at it. Because, frankly, everything that's password protected is pretty much just a matter of time. And usually, passwords are so complex, it would take your brute force password hacker years or centuries to figure it out. But that's the idea of what quantum is, but if I can make the fraction of that into minutes or seconds, well, whoop,
Well, if they can break into my Facebook account, they're doing better than I can. Because every time it's like, hey, we need to verify. I'm like, yeah, okay, I gave you the password. You're like, yeah, I know, but put your fingerprint here and verify this, and we're gonna just forget it. Just just stop. I don't know. Just
I don't like that either.
It's no fun. It's no bueno.
So, those were a couple of the ones that really grabbed my attention.
Yeah, man.
I was like, whoa.
It's always, if it's not one thing, it's two things.
Yeah, exactly right.
Wow. Well, I need your musical genius input on something. So here's something that's part of our household. I make breakfast for the babies. When I say babies, there's 4 of them. None of them are babies. They are children.
Some of these are adults.
Some of these are almost adults. 3 mornings a week. And I always play music.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not just like, oh, Daddy will throw on Foo Fighters or whatever. I'm very intentional about the music I play toward the end of, yes, enjoyable, but also exposing them to music that we would not probably just throw on a road trip. So recent examples.
Slipknot.
Like, Daddy, isn't there anything harder? Okay. Classical, I don't think that's bottom shelf. Obviously, Mozart, Beethoven.
Good.
Rachmaninoff, Vespers. Love it.
Good.
Robert Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Proto blues.
Yeah.
Ladysmith, Black Mambazo.
Yeah.
Been a fan of them since I was their age. Patsy Cline, Motown, Dave Brubeck. Throw it in some 90s CCM. Little Stephen Curtis Chapman, Great Adventure. Nothing wrong with that.
Saddle up your horses.
It holds up.
Yeah. That's catchy.
Carole King, and then this morning, Kanye, asterisk, Just the God Is album. I'm like, right. This was so good.
Yeah.
And they're like, who is this? I'm like, this is a guy named Kanye. And this album was like 3 Kanyes ago, so it's how to explain this. Very talented, mentally issues kind of person, but the album is good. The problem, it bit me in the rear end because I got to the end of that album and I'm off talking to the wifey, and they're like, and Spotify's like, it's the end of the album. Does he want me to just keep playing? I'll just play the next track from Kanye. You're like, no!
You're like, oh,
no. I walked in the room, I'm like, hey, it just got I got half a song in. I'm like, have you guys, has this been anything in? Like, I thought I heard one word. Okay. Daddy fail. But I'm constantly looking for new.
Oh, okay, great.
Everything is fair game, but I want to family, kid friendly. But I'm always looking for. Oh, okay. Expose them to Baroque music or
yeah.
folk or whatever. So I'm always anything that comes to mind. You're like, oh, you should put them onto this guy or this gal. But I really try to make it stuff like, we're not gonna, when we hit the road and roll down the windows, crank up the Rachmaninoff. But
no, I'm with you.
Yeah. So
right. So first of all, great job.
Yeah.
Parenting win. I highly approve this message.
Yes.
So I've done a bit of that myself. So back in the day, Kimberly and her boys lived with us for a bit, and there was a point in time when they were really little guys, I was taking them to preschool, like driving them to preschool every morning, and so the drive from the house to school was okay. Today is Rubber Soul by the Beatles.
Yes.
Right.
These fundamental.
Yeah.
We've done Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So we went through a Beatles phase. We went through a Muse phase.
Okay. Excellent.
Which was they were into that. There was a point where in the city that we live in, the city of angels. Just kidding. The city that we live in has some kind of a budget they have for arts and entertainment, and they'll do every quarter or so a big old free to the public event. Bring your picnic basket and your
cool.
bottle of wine and your cheese and your picnic blanket kind of thing, and enjoy the music. And overwhelmingly, the artists they choose are like smooth jazz, typically saxophone guys
Acoustic alchemy. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, great.
But with a band, like live, full band, and so it's funky and there's great solos and high energy. It's usually a lot of fun. So we've been to a lot of those, and I don't recall how this came. I don't think it was one of our drives to school. I think it might have been we went to a few of these concerts, and again, these are little guys, And Simeon, as he's learning to talk, she put on something in the car, and he's like, "Is this a smooth jazz, mama? Is this a smooth jazz, mama?
Is this Spyro Gyra?"
And I'm like, man,
it's just a smooth.
Like, cute. Smooth jazz, mama,
mama.
Yeah. So, like, right on, kid. Good job. So, we did a bit of that. I remember. Getting them into Snarky Puppy, believe it or not.
Sure.
So frequently what it is there wouldn't be an intentionality until there was. In other words, like, okay, I'm listening to this. You come upon Uncle Jer and you're like, oh, what is this? Well, young man.
Let me explain to you a thing called math rock. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. This is Striper.
Writing that down.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Striper. Absolutely.
Yes, that needs to happen.
Underappreciated for what they were doing.
So, like Snarky Puppy and King's X, and I've gotten them into all kinds of random things that way. Jacob Collier,
Okay.
So,
Good.
All right. I approve of that message, and as I think of more, I'll pass them on to you. But you're on the right track, especially with the classical stuff, dude. That's great.
And gentle listener, if you have suggestions, drop them in the YouTubes. Always open to trying new stuff. I want to hear new stuff. I have found that to be true. There's kind of a calcification of the music you listen to.
Oh, 100%.
When we get to be our age, which again, 39 and a half. But
Chris Rock has a way he says it, but I shan't say it exactly the way he says it, but he's 100% right. But let's just say usually around 17, 18, 19 years old, you are fairly locked into what you consider the finest music of all time.
Yeah.
And that's like, you can grow and learn and add new stuff to, I kind of am into this now. But the stuff that was happening then is always going to be in the top of your list, always.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Chris Rock and music. I heard him in an interview talking about, of all things, he goes, Wildflowers, Tom Petty, just a perfect album. You're like, I would not have.
Wow.
I would
right
not have guessed that was a top 10 thing for you. And he's absolutely right that it's just a magnificent album.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of like you get older. Hey, you're gonna need to work out not just from looking good, but like you're gonna play defense, right? And mentally you do this and stretching and all that stuff. It's like, another part of it is be exposed to what's happening. I'm never gonna be a Sabrina Carpenter fan, but you know what? I accept the partial credit for knowing who she is.
Yeah.
And that she is making music, and she's the end all be all right now for the moment. So
right.
I think that goes a long way in just kind of keeping you mentally pliable and not some cultural hermit over here. Like, I'll tell you, Pearl Jam 10 was the last great album.
Right. Yes.
Like, Grandpa, we get it. But
well, yeah. So you're right. It is healthy to be aware of what's going on in the state of the arts, as it were. But I will say, and this is related, I promise, but I'm going to go around a long way and bring it back to AI, because what else? That's my personality now. The sales pitch that the president or CEO of Suno has had, right? And I'm sure you've heard it, is, it's so hard to make music. Oh, it just takes so much more.
That's the pitch?
Yes.
It's hard to make music?
See, listen, I don't even have to say my next thing. You're going to say it for me.
Carving marble is so hard.
Right.
Yes!
No kidding. That is the point.
Oh, man. I can't remember the last time I wanted to punch somebody so hard.
Thank you. Thank you.
So hard.
Yes.
Dum, dum.
What if there was an easier way?
Now there is. Blah, blah, blah. That reminds me of, do you remember, early 2000s, Acid? It was a kind of a modular music making program.
Yeah. It was
all these tracks.
Yeah.
And honestly, a dum-dum could make cool tracks because they basically made a cool track. And they're like, now let's take each part out.
Yeah.
And they just...
Yeah, those are stems.
They turned an existing song into a puzzle set.
Yeah.
Like, you could make a song. You're like, we did the work for you.
Yeah.
You kind of craft your own version of it. But
yeah. Well, listen, on that subject, digital recording is that. Well, I remember when I first got my first copy of Pro Tools in 2000 in the 00.
Tell us about the old days.
I know exactly. This was Pro Tools 5.1.
This is shortly after we finished murdering the dinosaurs.
Wow.
It was a wild time, my friend.
But there came a session that you could load up, and it was basically a song that was already done with those stems in there, and so you could kind of learn, like, that's the guitars, and you put the reverb on the guitars, and if I wanted to put the bridge in the chorus, I can do it, and if I just want to cut it in half, I can do that, and so it was kind of an educational, like, how to do it, how to play with it. But yeah, Acid was a great one. Splice is the current one the kids are using, which is like all of these pre-made beats. And the sad thing is, it's not that people are using it. It's that they're walking around like, I did something. And it's like, well, look, God bless. I'm glad you're doing that versus playing Fortnite. But you didn't really. And I had to tell my nephew, Seth, this because there was a time he was doing that. And I'm like, okay, that's a nice beat. Did you write that percussion pattern, or was that built into Logic on your Mac? And he's like, well, it was a Logic loop. Okay, cool, great. You knew what sounded good to you, and you threw it in there. You ain't like, build that yourself. You now have done hundreds of these. Yeah, do it yourself. And now he does.
That's cool.
But the point is, like Suno, their whole thing is, you don't even need to do that. Just say, hello, computer. Make me a beat, like Logic beat number 281.
Vibe coding beats. Vibe coding music.
Yeah.
Well, so here we are.
So now, the point of this is, well, shoot, I'm going to go ahead and say this now, and so maybe it's time stamped to be my copyright. the thing that I think is going to happen is we're going to have this not retroactive, but a retro pull to people making art the hardest way they possibly can, as to differentiate themselves from the AI way of vibe coding whatever.
Right.
But also because not just to be like, look at me, I'm cool, but to say part of the reason we do this thing is it's a catharsis. It is the act of it being sort of a hassle gets the goods out of you that you're trying to express. If we're not trying to express connection and human emotion, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You don't telling a robot to poop one out for you isn't any kind of connection at all.
I've had that thought before when I'm at my grandmother's house and I look at an old blanket that is like done.
Oh yeah.
And at
like
the time, quilts.
Yeah.
And it's whether it's knitting or whatever the other one is.
And Afghans and
yeah. And at the time when they're like, that's just how we make them. But now with the advent of things becoming industrialized, you're like, you don't have to work that hard to make a blanket.
Yeah.
And as such, doing it that hard by hand way, it becomes art. It's
exactly.
You look at that, and you're like the hours that went into that, the craftsmanship, and 100 years ago, you're like, it's a blanket. What do you want?
Yeah.
And now we look at it, and you're like, what you took for granted, as something that was very labor intensive, but that's just how you do it if you want one. It's now. This belongs in a museum. Look at it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be the way of music of like, this is handmade music. You're like, whoa, no way. Wow.
Yes. I think that is what's going to happen is in general, people are going to be, the AI slop is a lazy word, but that's the best way to get the gist across. The AI slop is already so deep and thick around us with everything. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
We're all just like, whatever. So I think there will be many people who don't really care, but there will be a remnant of folks who are like, oh man, I could really use a hand quilted blanket for my room and I would pay $1,000 for it. I think that will happen.
My kiddos have talked about wanting to write music, and I'm like, make beats or what kind of music? So
what are we doing?
So our oldest stumbled onto something that's kind of the antidote to Suno, short for soon enough. We're not going to have any music. Soon enough. Flat.io. I'm sure there's a bunch of these, but you sign in, and it's a freemium thing, and there's a staff, and you take the notes, and you put the notes where you want them, and is this piano? Is this drums? Is this cello? He has no musical background, but he loves music, and he's now writing, this is the piano part, and this is this part.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then you hit play, and it plays it back for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's just a you feed it into a MIDI thing or whatever, but I'm like,
that's it, yeah.
Oh, this is cool. And he's very proud of it. And he's just trying to, and nobody's training him. There's no videos or anything.
It's trial and error.
Just running into it. And I'm like, and
nothing
he's like,
wrong
how
with
do I
that.
do this? I'm like, you're on the right path of just figuring it out.
Yes.
And there's so much value in that and pride when you're like, hey, I didn't know how to do it. Then I messed it up 6 times. The 7th time, I figured out how to do it. And I'm writing music.
Completely.
And I'm like, oh, that's so cool because so much of the technology is aligned to make us better consumers, but not creators. And I want them to lean forward, and I want them to create and contribute and add to our culture, not just bloop, 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 bloop.
Right.
So I'm like, so he found this. I'm like, that's so cool. I'll totally get you a membership.
I love that. And so it's on a 5-line stab or treble and bass.
Treble,
stuff.
bass.
Oh, awesome.
Online, log in.
So as he's doing that, he's learning, hopefully, the gist of sheet music and notes and stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of music theory, and he'll be killing it all the way. But truthfully, what he's doing now is gonna do more than anything else. Because I will say that too. So my degree is in composition, and I sort of, have a pretty in-depth understanding of music theory, and I really do love it. And synesthesia does help because I can sort of see the notes in my head. I actually can see it as I lean into it, I can see the 5-line staff and I can whatever. That's all fine and good. But when I started doing literally what, which kid was it that was
This is
doing
Asher, 17-year-old.
Oh yeah, awesome. So as I started doing what Asher's doing in Pro Tools, right? So I just got a MIDI track of some whatever thing that I'm trying to make a sound. There's 2 ways to do this. If you have a keyboard, you can play do 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 do. You can play it in and it shows up, and then you can fix it in whatever. Or you can literally, click, 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 click. Okay, what's that sound like? Down, 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 down. Oh shoot, that's not quite right.
Yep.
And then grab it, move it up. Do 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 do. Okay, that's right. So just the act of doing that, I can tell in my own life, which I've got a lot of experience, that doing what he's doing now has helped me too, because you get a sense of, how to achieve the sound that you want. After doing it a few hundred times, you get a really good sense of, I know exactly in the MIDI blocks how to program it to make it sound the way I want. So and the fact that it's already doing it with sheet music, awesome.
That is totally rad.
Awesome.
I think have you seen Amadeus? Have you seen Amadeus?
Oh yeah.
Such a great movie.
Oh, the scene when he looks at the thing and he just hears it. And,
or at the end.
Yeah.
Where he's like, no, write this down. C flat, and he's just dictating it.
Yes.
He's like, I can't keep up. But he hears it. He's he's translating it.
Yes.
And obviously there's a lot of creative liberties, but it's so good. I stumbled across an article last week. It's talking about like, if you're not familiar with Amadeus, you're going to think it's some highfalutin, high art. And No. It looks like some artsy thing. It is so accessible. It's so good.
It won an Oscar for a reason,
It's so it
so
completely takes reality as a jumping off point as far as historical accuracy. But it's a movie. It's a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
If you want the facts, read a book. Salieri was not a bad guy.
No.
They were friends. But it was such a fantastic musical first, and then translated into a film. It's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so very, very good. Top 10.
Oh, I'm glad have you watched that with your kids yet?
No, I need to because.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Yeah, it's just, where Salieri is just so obsessed, and he's praying to God, and he's like, I'll give you my industry. And it's just like, I get that, dude. I get him, man. I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Mozart's around, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So good. Wow. Oh, nice, man. Anything on the list of Jeremy, the book of Jeremy, that we need to recite before we...
The book of Jeremy.
The book of Jeremy.
Ooh, it has a song. Hey, aren't we going to make a musical at some point? We're going to do that?
Yes. It's on my... when I'm brushing my teeth, it's on a piece of paper, like, musical Jeremy. I'm like, yes. I'm down.
Okay.
I'm so
Let's
down.
go.
It's going to be a Baroque rap. Freestyle.
I'm in.
I love it. Every time I see something like Hamilton or The Outsiders, I'm like, God, I like this so much.
Yeah.
It's funny, speaking of internet stuff, I've seen a bunch of videos lately of, they're like, hey, do you know where this comes from in Hamilton? And so they'll play a rap part, and they're like, here's where he pulled that from. And I'm like, oh.
Like a straight rip-off.
It's a straight bite.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's Tarantinoing this thing.
Yeah.
And it is. And I mean, he adds so much of his own.
It's not an interview, but there's some kind of a, what is he? It's just him and a camera, just Lin-Manuel just talking about it. And he breaks a lot of that down. He's going through the history of hip-hop with the different characters.
And it's an homage. It's not like he's just like, it's like, no, this is a wildly influential cultural phenomenon of hip-hop.
Yeah.
And when I'm paying tribute, I'm from this area,
Yeah.
So it's so great, man. I love it so much. Should we do a moment of rad?
Please, let's do it.
All right. Before that, let's do a little homage to keylife.org, who lets us do this little monkey show every week. Thank you for watching. Thank you to them for letting us do this. A couple things. So we are a part of the Key Life Podcast Network, keylife.org/podcast network. Just this week, we have a new partner who has joined us, Drew Hensley, who is a terrific author, terrific pastor. He wrote a book called Invisible Grief, and he has a new podcast live now called Still Becoming. So if you ever experience the rare phenomenon where you love God and you're a believer and you still don't have your act together, you're like, what's up with that? It's like,
Not me. I can't.
That's
relate
how
to
it works.
at
I
all.
know, man. That's why you need to listen to this podcast to relate to the rest of us.
You're
like, oh,
that's what the normies are going through.
that's why Matthew's such a schlub. So I'm glad. Thank you, Drew Hensley. So check that out, keylife.org/podcast network. And we just finished doing a radio show. Some people go, oh, yeah, our podcast. I'm like, excuse me, it's a radio show. That's on terrestrial radio.
Terrestrial radio. We're like that.
Yeah, like don't worry yourself, but it matters. Just, I hate to correct, but it is a radio show, syndicated program
over the air,
250 some odd outlets. It's not a big deal, but don't say it again.
Just get it right.
Just get it right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Kevin Burrell, Considering Sparrows. Homeboy wrote a whole book of sermon illustrations based on these obscure birds. Obscure to me because I don't know what they are.
Because you're not a bird guy.
I'm not a bird guy.
Yeah.
Ostrich. What am I saying that correctly? Ostrich? It's just so sweet and wholesome and sincere and not like highfalutin. It's just there's this sincere appreciation and love he has for birds and all their different varieties. And he's found all these cool insights into God's character through them. Like, it was such an awesome conversation. So that by the time you hear this, that will have just gone live. So keylife.org, it's all right there. All right. Moment of rad.
I'm very excited.
My favorite director of all time. Any guesses?
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. Oh, that's right. You can have fancier. You could listen. You're Christopher Nolan's, and you're like, I'm way smarter than you. Good. There's a place for that. I love it. Love it.
The heart of Spielberg is pretty hard to beat, though.
Steven Spielberg makes you feel things, and I'm so excited.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. Isn't spiel a German word for story?
Spiel.
What's the spiel?
It's like
maybe that's Yiddish.
Word. Yeah, that seems right.
Yiddish is so great. We owe them so much. They're real menches.
Oh my God. Perfect. Almost died. Almost snorted that coffee right out my nose.
So, fun fact. In 2002, Steven Spielberg returned to California State University, Long Beach. He had attended the school in the 60s, but he dropped out in the late 60s to become, as you may know, a director. So he went back to school to finish the degree he had left decades earlier, and he enrolled in a film program, and he had, certain academic requirements, and so he went back to finish this thing. Well, a part of that process, he took an independent study in natural sciences, and because of his professional work with a film you might know called Jurassic Park, and not because he did a movie about dinosaurs, but it involved a lot of research and talking to scientists and actual hard research.
Sure.
They allowed him to apply that experience toward academic credit.
No.
Totaling 3 units.
No.
So
fancy.
He went back to finish his film degree. Good luck, buddy. And
you're going to make something of yourself.
you could do it. You could do it. And so they're like, actually, this is not just like vanity. You really did some research into how dinosaurs work and all
paleontology
that
and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, 3 credits.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
That's great. I love it.
So kids, really the takeaway is if you drop out of school, you could be a success too.
That is the way.
I mean, if we've learned anything from Spielberg, let us learn this. So I don't know, man. Feels like a show. What do you think?
I think so.
All right, baby. Let's roll the credits. They're playing me off.